Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're still out here in the National Forest, and I'm getting ready to take the dog for a walk as we do, and just realized it's such a nice day. But I also realized that it's kind of windy today, so not too bad, but yeah, and then another thing, I realized I got too much camouflage on, brown and green. I blend in with the forest too much. So let me see what I can find around here to make myself a little bit more visible. Let me look around. There's got to be something out here that I can do, make me a little more colorful. That should make me a little bit more brighter out here in the woods. So it's deer season. I don't want to get shot with the arrow because I blend in with the forest too much. But so let's grab the dog and take him for a walk. We're going to go behind gate number 8 today. So, which is where I'm now parked across from. So let's get walking. And once again, I have moved the bus because, as I mentioned in the last video, there is so much solar down here. My batteries are already up like 12% compared to, I think yesterday I got like 4% charge. A little bit more sun, but that's fine. The weather's nice. Not a cloud in the sky. Got a little bit of a light shower this morning. It sprinkled a few times and didn't even get the ground wet, and that was it. But another beautiful day here in the Ozark Mountains. And here's what I found on this forest find. Prescription bifocal glasses. I found them right here where the bus is parked now on the ground. Um, yeah, like I said, this is kind of a more of a personalized thing because, you know, every prescription fits the individual. So I'll pass these along probably to like a Lions Club or somewhere they can use eyeglasses donated to the needy because I hate to just get rid of them because, you know, maybe somebody can use them. And if they were my prescription, I would probably keep them and just use them for a backup. But they're a little weaker than what I'm wearing on my face right now, and don't want to jeopardize my eyes anymore. So, and I've got new lenses coming in this week. I need to go to town and have new lenses put in, so I'll be ready for the road travel with a clear view. But that's what I found on the forest finds. So we'll continue on and see what else we can find out here. It's a nice quiet day on the road. Only had 2 vehicles come by in 6 hours. So it's really, really nice. So today we're going behind gate number 8. But there it is. Number 8. And I don't know why the Forest Service used silver gray instead of yellow. Anyway, I guess maybe because it's managed by a wilderness association that's governed by the State Game and Fish Commission. Who knows? All right, here we go. We're out into this field. Just a really small field, but you know, looks like a really good place for deer to hide out because grass is pretty decent height and get some sun and look around. I did find a really small pond or drainage area down the road this morning that has a little bit of water in it, so there is a water source nearby. But we're going to walk the dog out here. Let me there you go. Look, I got my high vis on. I'm ready to go hiking or go to work for the county, whatever it needs. So we're going to flip it back around. Hold on. There we go. Should be a way of doing that without getting your finger stuck in the lens, but as I said, I used my iPhone camera. So we're gonna walk back here. Yeah, it's getting pretty warm out here in the sun again. The dog is kind of slow today. He's ready for some snow again. This is a pretty decent footpath that I'm sure hunters use to get back into the trees. There's no vehicles been down here besides maybe a bicycle or something, but that's why we got our high visibility reflective vest on. Just walking through this field. It looks like a giant deer walking with an albino fawn. You never know. But now we can be seen, and the leaves are, with the wind today, are starting to fall pretty decent. There's still a lot of green, as you can see, and as I mentioned, these oak trees don't really get real colorful. They get a little bit of color and they turn brown and basically leaves fall off, but it's kind of quiet out here. It's nice. We're up on this ridge. You gotta drop off that way and drop off that way. And they do run control burns out here every so many years. We'll come through and burn off the undergrowth, and that's why you see, burnt logs and some tree barks that are burnt, but it's just from the conservation and burning off the undergrowth. Keep it from having a big fire. All right, let's go walking. There's a triple oak tree. Look at that, got 3 of them. Pretty cool. And there are some rather large oaks out here. Oak is the probably #1 wood in this area, this region, for firewood. So it is really harvested for heating sources. And it's really good looking furniture and cabinetry. So we're gonna continue on walking. We'll catch up on the strolling around this area in a minute. And as you can see, we're on like an old logging road. And it's hard to be quiet because there's so many dried up leaves that crunch. And pieces of trees to get your feet hung up in. Actually, the road that we're parked on is it's got a Forest Service designation to it. I can't remember the number. It's like FS 305 or something. I don't know. I haven't looked, so it's peaceful. There's another one of those 3 stemmed oak trees. And I think you can harvest some trees off the National Forest with a permit every so often. I think you're limited. I'm not for sure of the rules, so they're all different. And there are some pretty good sized oak trees back in the drop off over there. So some of these you can tell are fairly new, probably from the Forest Service from years ago. We're going to continue walking up this little road and see what we can find. And even out here in the forest, you get these scam calls. Just had one in which I just realized my phone did something totally different. I have never seen it do before. It was from in-state, because I'm back in state and I have an Arkansas phone number. We have an urgent financial matter to discuss with you. Please take this call seriously. Do not hesitate. Press 1 to be connected to a representative. Failure in this could result in reporting to the credit and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, block collar. But anyway, yeah, we're at the end, not at the end, but we're here where we've kind of run into a less traveled walkway. So we're going to turn around, without like a tick or bug spray, just in case. So we're going to turn around and head back. And then, but it's so pretty. A lot of these times you go out here, you can find like a water feature or a waterfall, but I know in this area there aren't any. So yeah, we're going to walk back around. Here's where we just came down, so we're going to head back that way. Several trees went through here. They're all laying the same way, so that means like a, what would that be? Oh, they're all this one, two, there's a dozen trees. I would call straight line winds came through probably sometime over the last, many years and blew them over. So we're going to turn the pup and we're going to walk around. Oh, here's an interesting tree over here. Let me show you real quick. Put my leash down. You can find all kinds of things in the forest. This tree, I can get a little closer through. I got to go through all these things. So bear with me if I don't get stabbed by a branch or giant, whatever these weeds are. Oh, goodness gracious, into a hole. This is called bushwhacking. Look at this tree. This tree, I would say probably got hit by lightning, because look at that. Once again, that is burned out, burned up all the way to the top, and it's still alive. Still alive. Trees are amazing. They're so resilient. All this is just basically dead and falling apart. This piece back here is the last, that's what's holding on. And as you can tell, that is where all the growth is on the backside of that burn. This is really cool. But yeah, that was a major burn. It's got some lean to it, so it'd probably go over because this backside is not much support. And then over there, some more trees that fell down. And like I said, they do control burns, so a lot of this may have been a forest fire one time, but it may have been a small forest fire or just in control burn, because everything is not really torched. There are dead wood around, but all right, let's get walking back to the main road. There you go. Do a little jump. Well, he just walks right over him. Advantage of having a big dog, I guess, on some fallen trees. So we're going to work our way back up this primitive trail and keep on going. Oh, I forgot to mention what my phone did on that last little scam call. The voicemail came up across the screen in big letters, rolled up. I have never seen that before. So I could read the voicemail before I even went to the voicemail tab. Oh, interesting. The things you learn. What'd you find, Betty? You're gonna mark it no matter what it is. Okay. We're walking into the sun. And there you have it. That is what was behind gate number 8. More forest and fields. And this is good to see. If you guys can read that. We're at 48%, pulling in 240 plus watts. which is not bad. We were down this morning to like 31%. So yeah, it's good to have the sun. And we get more watts whenever the inverter's turned off. Look there. We got 300 plus now. Yeah, put some power on there, pupper. Charge up them batteries. I saw this tree yesterday, one of several out here, and didn't realize how large it was. This is a shortleaf pine tree. It is, it's huge compared for this area. So it's a really old growth. But yeah, it's not as big as the ponderosa pines in Utah in the southwest or the northwest, but it's pretty big. And there's several out here that I've seen that are this large. And it's called shortleaf pine because not really leaves, but the needles are not very long. The longleaf pine would be longer, so that's why they call this a shortleaf. But yeah, it's a pretty old tree. I'm gonna bring you in here and I'm gonna point you up towards the sky because it's just massive. And I think it's almost as tall as some ponderosa pines. But it is a big tree for this area. And this elm tree, not elm tree, this is not elm, this is that's an oak tree. This oak tree also is massive for this area. How big this thing is. That's a huge tree. One of the biggest oaks I've seen in a long time. But yeah, so this is an old growth forest, kind of in a way. Because it's got lots of huge, big trees. You know, they say the average oak tree has 250,000 leaves on it. That's a lot of leaves. So yeah, but it's a big old tree. And there's all just kinds of trees out here. I just love being out here in the nature and in the forest and just walking around, nice and peaceful. It's, about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's probably about 54, 55 degrees. It was up to almost 90 degrees yesterday. And the rest of the week, it's supposed to be upper 80s, close to 90. So this is the end of October. It's kind of warm out here, but we'll survive because our next stop after this is the desert of Arizona, and it won't be much cooler. So we'll end the video here, and we'll continue on taking the Zen for his morning stroll, and we'll catch you guys later.